What is up, guys? It's Legit back with a new video after about 8.5 months-ish. I don't even know. I haven't looked. I am so sorry, guys, for being gone for so long. I have let down my fan base, if I even want to call it that, but just my supporters of this channel who have been around so long, just helping me out and always encouraging me to keep on working hard and making new videos. I've gotten so much great feedback, and I'm sure there's always been the negative comments, but I've seen the amount of good feedback I've gotten over all these years has just been astounding, and I'm done letting you guys down. I'm definitely going to be trying to get back on my upload schedule. Speaking of that, I did get a new camera. I'm using a new camera that's just recording at 4K 30. I can do 4K 60, but I'm limited to 5 minutes of recording with that because I got a new phone, and that's what I'm using now. It's a great phone, OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. Definitely really loving it. But that was totally off topic. I'm so sorry. But I'm also going to be getting a green screen and an entire new setup in a room, which is right over here. This room is going to be totally repurposed, and it is just going to be wonderful. I am so excited that I'm going to get to be making a brand new setup with a green screen, just being able to improve my videos further. And I will be starting to show my face in videos, because I know I've only been doing that on stream, but I will start doing that now. But anyway, this video, back on topic, is about budget mechanical keyboards. And this one in particular, this is the E-Element Z88. Now, if you search the E-Element Z88 on Amazon, you'll realize, well, alleged, this looks absolutely nothing like the Amazon listing. Sure, it might have the same key layout and stuff, but the problem is as the keycaps on when I see it on Amazon look a bit like this. And exactly, you were totally right. But why I wanted to change this keyboard was because of the ABS plastic keycaps. So that is why I changed these to these $26 PBT double shot keycaps. They are absolutely wonderful. I will link them in the description. I'm not going to be reviewing these keycaps. I'm going to be more or less reviewing what's underneath of them. So, the value of this keyboard is astonishing. And I tell you, it is absolutely astonishing how much value E-Element has put into this keyboard. So, feature list. First of all, we have Rgb brown switches that are RGB backlit and are stabilized. As you can see, they have these two on the side, which definitely reduces key wobble a ton, which makes it a lot easier to type and game on. This keyboard also has hot swap sockets, and as you saw, I was holding up this switch right here. This switch I pulled out of this keyboard and switched it for another one. This keyboard came with 5 extra Otemu brown, I'm thinking of the other keyboard here, Otemu brown switches, which, as I said, hot swappable. All switches are hot swappable. There are 2 different types of switches, optical and normal mechanical, which mean they have little pins. I pulled the pins off of this one because I've been using this as a fidget toy. It's really nice. But that's the next value checklist on this keyboard. The next thing, what feature that I really love, is that it has a detachable USB-C cable, which is something you would see on a keyboard like a Ducky 1-2 Mini or like a Glorious GMMK, which are $100 plus. And the last thing that I want to say about this keyboard that is just absolutely great is the build quality. Sure, it might not be as heavy as something like this Red Dragon over here, which is about $36, but I'll talk about this in a minute. And it might not have the ruggedness of something like this old Del Quiet key from 1995. Something that this keyboard does have going for it is it's light, which is something that not many people will go for. But this thing is so strong. The plate on this is solid aluminum, and it's a pretty good sheet of it as well. The rubber feet does not slide around at all. The keys do not wobble. And what a lot of people ask me is, these are not plate-mounted switches, or PCB-mounted switches. These are plate-mounted switches. These do not have the extra 2 stabilizers on the side. So you would think the switches might wobble in their sockets. And for me, that is not true. And actually, for something with soldered key switches, these actually wobble more than these do in their sockets, which is absolutely amazing. The last thing I want to say about this keyboard that is just so great is just the design is really sleek. Now, the only thing I don't like is just the back. It's just terrible. But you never see it, so I'm just putting that off to the side. But the keyboard's design is really nice. It has a good chrome trim, which is a really nice accent if you like that sort of thing. If you don't like that sort of thing, pretty sure literally I could probably just scrape that off if I really wanted to. It's a metal finish though. This is all metal. The bottom is a plastic, but this whole top piece is all aluminum. This keyboard came with a detachable USB-C cable, which I'll show you now. As you can see, we have a USB-C port here. It's not gold or anything. Now this side is gold, which is really nice. I'm using another cable upstairs which matches the colorway of these keycaps I put on. The other side of this is gold. The keyboard's really rugged. Cable. I want to say keyboard every time I think of cable. I'm trying my best. But this cable is pretty rugged. Definitely is going to hold up for a while. And you can always switch this out for another one because you have the detachable cable properties. So overall, this keyboard is amazing. The switches are definitely not the most incredible. The feel and the sound, the feel is there. The sound is definitely, in my opinion, a lot of people will disagree, is better than a Cherry Brown because the Cherry Brown is much more high pitch than these. These are a lot more bassy. When you click them, I'll do a typing test in just a moment. But this keyboard overall is just, there's so many features you get for the price, which is now what I'm about to say, is $46. Yes, $46 for this compact keyboard with all of these features. Not to mind you, not many people will care about this, I know I do. The stabilizers are lubricated when you get it. Like, I didn't do this myself. So these keys sound amazing. The spacebar, the shift key, and the enter key and backspace all sound so great compared to the rattliness of something which is not lubed. So overall, this keyboard is definitely great. I totally recommend it if you're going for a brand new budget mechanical keyboard. Now, if you're like me and care a lot about the key feel, I recommend getting new keycaps compared to these ones over here. But you will lose the RGB capabilities. Speaking of the RGB on this is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. That's the word. Got it. Okay. Yes, the RGB is absolutely phenomenal on this keyboard. For the price, again, it's to die for. This is such a great keyboard. So, if you were looking at getting something like an An Pro 2, Ducky 1-2 Mini, or a Glorious GMMK Compact, this keyboard is definitely a contender because of the hot swap capability, which is a big selling point in my eyes. It's just so great to have the opportunity to switch it out with basically any other mechanical switch on the market, which there's thousands. If you haven't looked at that market, it's just crazy. You could basically build this keyboard from the ground up as if you were building your own mechanical keyboard, which is just crazy. So overall, eElement, thank you so much for making this great keyboard. No, I'm not sponsored by eElement. It's just, I am so glad that I found this keyboard on Amazon. It's a total bargain for all the features it has. When you're going on Amazon, most of the keyboards you'll see are something like this. This is a Red Dragon Kumara or K552, I believe. It's a full size using Otemu blue switches. But why I don't like this keyboard is there's a very big lack of features. It's just a basic budget mechanical keyboard. This, it wants to go above and beyond, and I do realize that a lot of these keys are misplaced. It's because I didn't get a proper key set. I'm gonna get artisans here. This is just a shift key usually. But yeah, this keyboard has so much going for it, and I am so glad that I found it. I hope you guys, if you do end up picking up this keyboard, that you will enjoy it. Here's a typing test, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next video.